have any Star Wars fans in the room? Star Wars? Star Wars? All right. Any Squid Game fans in the room? Oh, a few. Okay, a bunch of them. Okay. So I suppose you all are looking forward to June 27th when season 3 comes out of Squid Games. And the reason I mentioned those two things is by way of leading back to reintroducing myself. I'm Les Williams, and I am a partner engagement manager at Netflix. I work with ISPs to secure capacity for our content delivery and streaming services. But here at NANOG, I am the vice chair of the program committee, and I have the pleasure of closing out with you tonight. I mentioned those two things because coming from my company, I need to look at this from that lens. This has been a fantastic, phenomenal NANOG. It's like watching a hit movie like Iron Man, or a series like Squid Game, or Star Wars. But the trick there is that most of those now would give you the hook for the sequel after you've sat through all the credits, right? So I think that's what we're going to do this afternoon to close out. You're going to bear with me. We're going to recognize all the folks that made this event a success, and then I'll give you the hook for 95. How about that? We good? Cool. All right. With that, I want you all to give a big round of applause for yourself. Some people had to leave because of travel and all that, but for the folks that stayed up till now, and those that are not in the room, thanks for joining us. Oh, all right. Next, I want to go to thank our NANOG members. Our NANOG membership has been growing, and they've been a part of the folks that develop content that gets into committees and make the show run the way it runs. So I want to give them an acknowledgement and thank them for being members of the organization. I wanted also to call out our board of directors and our program committee. I see Leslie is in the room. She's the chair of our board. We want to thank them for giving their time in running the affairs of the organization. And we have a chair of the program committee in the room there as well for putting a great event together. The NANOG committees, we have the audit committee, we have the community engagement committee, we have the elections committee, hackathon, mentorship, moderation, and the newly launched or chartered workshop committee. And I think this NANOG, we had about 2 or 3, if not even more, workshops where people got to get hands-on lab work and practice and just deepening the knowledge sharing that we do here at NANOG. So we want to acknowledge those folks as well. For our staff, these folks that are on the back end that we don't see come up on stage, but do a lot of the work, well, except for Jonathan, we want to acknowledge them as well. So Jonathan, Day, Valerie, Lee, Elizabeth, Greg, and Sean, we thank you for your efforts. If you don't mind, let's give them a round of applause. Our network support folks, the line speed folks, Rick, Con, Nick, and Stetson, we really appreciate your support. Thank you very much. Our AV and live streaming team, Clarity Experience at the back there, thank you. Our meeting support group, I don't see them because they're probably outside still doing stuff and helping, but the HGCM group, Sabrina, Kristen, Michelle, and Connie. And our onboards group, we do have code of conduct. I think that was mentioned at the start of the meeting. If there is anything that you've observed throughout the conference that you wanted to discuss, there is Leslie there. She is the board, she's the chair of our board. There is Adair, the program program community chair. There's Jonathan. But if you don't feel comfortable talking to any one of these folks or me, and you want an independent person to talk to, we have them there, the onboards, the Future of Cell, Future and Terry, if you could just wave so we can see you. They're here with us. And then our awesome photographers, Beth and Elizabeth. On my LinkedIn profile, I actually used one of the photos that they took of me while I was looking. So they do a phenomenal job of making us look good, and they also offer headshots. If you didn't get a chance to do that this time around, the next time you're here, I would advise you take advantage of it. So a round of applause to all the folks that I've listed on the slide. Thank you very much. Now, we talked about funding and all that, and to make this happen, a lot of the registration fees that we pay is subsidized by the big sponsorship dollars we get from sponsors. So we really do want to take the time to acknowledge them. And for that, I would start with our host sponsor, HIX Denver. Thank you very much for your sponsorship. And our meeting connectivity sponsors, Comcast, Cisco Meraki, and Juniper. Our premium sponsors. At this one, we have Aaron and Lars, who've sponsored us as diamond sponsors. These folks on this slide, they are folks who've committed to us on an annual basis. So they keep us sustained over a year period, and they renew year over year for the most part. So they are the backbone of our sponsorship and making sure that we have big dollars to put on events like this. From a platinum sponsorship standpoint, we have AWS. We want to thank them, my old company. And gold sponsorship, we have Equinix and VeriSign. We have many other sponsors and many other opportunities for you folks in this room to get your brand acknowledged and into the NANOG, and also from your standpoint to support community development as well as education in our space. So we have Espresso Bar and Hackathon sponsors, as you can see on the slide. We want to acknowledge them. BN Gear sponsors, I'm not going to read out all the names. I'll pause for you to just take a quick snapshot and digest and know who they are. We thank you. PRN sponsors, Monday Showcase sponsors, Tuesday Showcase sponsors, Women in Tech Mixer, social events, hope you all had a fun time at the events, virtual meeting fellowship, service providers, service sponsors, and a round of applause to all our sponsors. So now that we've rolled through all the credits, let's look at some statistics. Women, we have 116 attendees this time, that's 13%. And I think it's really significant in terms of our community building effort. On the first, one of the opening slides, I'd mentioned community engagement team. This team is actually a team that takes the time to know folks, to work with the mentorship committee, to make sure new members, new attendees feel welcome, and to just make this an accessible space for all the great talent that's out there. And over the years, we've been growing this number steadily. And this time around, our total registration is 872, which went up, but you see, even with that increase in total attendee, the percentage of women also stayed a little on where it was before. So it didn't get diluted because of the increase in attendance. That means we have new women joining, new women coming in, and I think it's a great show to see how we are working to broaden our reach across. We have about 32 countries represented here, and first-timers of 202. Top organizations in attendance, these are the folks. I'm not going to read out all their names, but we want to thank them for their participation and encourage you to bring other members outside of your traditional networking space and look for folks who are in the software engineering, like there's a hackathon, there's workshops and other things. Get folks involved across your organization so that they too know what you do here. Now, for more stats, you can go to nanog.org.stats and you can see a breakdown how we slice and dice all these statistics and information. Key thing, the survey. We put a QR code, so if you don't mind, I would encourage everyone to take out your cell phone and just grab it, even if you don't want to do it now, but at least have it handy. It is really, really critical and important that you complete these surveys. It doesn't take too long to do it. There is one for each day. If there's nothing that you can see about a talk, pass it on, but try to get something back, because that's how we ensure you're getting the information, the knowledge that you come here to seek. The program committee levies that heavily to select topics, highlight topics, to solicit presentations and to screen presentations to make sure that when you come here, the things that are top of mind to you, maybe something that you're struggling with at work, gets addressed. So please bookmark that, and when you leave here, do go through those surveys. And the good part is that there's a $100 gift card. I mean, these days with inflation, you could do something with $100. The surveys close on Friday, June 13th, so let's try to get them in. The sooner, the better, while things are fresh at the top of your head. Now, the hook to the next one, NANOG 95, happens on October 27 to 29 in Arlington, Texas. Texas, not Virginia. So take note of that, Arlington, Texas. And as we mentioned before, the sponsorship and everything, there is meeting host sponsorship available. It gives you access to, registration codes that you can bring additional folks. It gives you my key presence. It gives you about 5 minutes stage time, up to 5 minutes stage time during the opening to address the entire NANOG organization, and a lot of other things. I had mentioned Sean Winstead at the start. She is a business development person. Try to reach out to her, or you can go on our nanog.org events/nanog95 to look at the sponsorship packages and try to see what fits within your budget and pick one of those up before they all go out. NANOG 96 would be happening in San Francisco, a favorite city for NANOG. Everybody loves San Francisco, so start working towards that as well, because San Francisco is not a very cheap metro, so you might need to do a little bit of extra work to get everything, your business plans lined up for that. And then NANOG 97 in June would be in Seattle. Now, with that said, registration is open as of now. So if you want to start doing your registration, do them now for NANOG 95. Again, the link is on there, nanog.org, events 95, register, and you can be able to take advantage of the early bird special. And a good thing also to note is the hotel where the event will be held would be available to only registered members. So the earlier you register, the better. One thing I also want to call on here, if you came to NANOG this time and you benefited from what you saw here, I encourage you to become a NANOG member. It is $100 to become a member of NANOG, and you get things like the early bird discount. If you notice the price there, you get a discount. So if you're doing 3 NANOGs a year, you're saving yourself about $75, which kind of nets out anyways if you were to be paying full price. So that in itself almost pays for your NANOG membership, and it allows you to become a voting member. It allows you to take part in committees like the program committee and get the benefit of all interacting with peers or people who are well versed in our industry that can be of help to your growth as well. So the final slide I will leave with you is a call for presentation. So not only to become a member, but if you're here, you have something top of mind that you would like to bring to the rest of the NANOG community, or you would want to see, do submit a presentation. Go to nanog.org/presentations to do that. Our highlight topic or our spotlight topic would be enterprise networks with 5G and Wi-Fi considerations. But these are other topics. So those surveys that I asked you to complete, this is where we get this from, based on what people were saying they wanted to see, is what we use to curate for the next program. So these are topics that we are looking for. Or if you have something outside of these, do feel free to send it, and the program committee would assign a shepherd who would be able to work with you to crystallize it into something good. But with that, I really want to say thank you. It's been great. And I look forward to seeing you all in NANOG 95 in Allerton. But before that, I will be looking out for your presentation submissions. Thank you very much.